The Flash, second weekend, 72% drop. We gotta talk. Next up on Just to Talk, so let's talk about. And welcome to the Flicks, Picks, and the Nitpicks. And I am your humble host, Snow718. And we're gonna get right into it because The Flash suffers a second weekend drop. We gotta talk. They put way too much stock into this film. I have yet to see it again. I really look forward to seeing it. But being caught up in these campaigns and these different splintered fandoms have given it mixed online promotion. And nevertheless, we may have to discuss Ezra Miller and his history with the law as of recent, and most importantly, the accusations around him. And even though I think it did not, I don't think it's as mainstream as people thought. It might have been more than I thought. I'm willing to accept the fact that maybe more people were aware of it than I had realized. Even just talking to some people out in my own personal life, people that I didn't think kind of fell into it, but then as I talked to them, I could tell they kind of pay attention to what's going on a little bit too with movies. But needless to say, it may have affected it more than I realized. I don't think it as much as people really believe, and that's neither here nor there. I think the energy surrounding the movie is just not it. The fact that DC has not put together a cohesive universe already is an issue holding it back. All of these things. And the audience that goes out to watch it says it's actually good. I know that there's issues with the CG. Now that might be an issue, but is it that much? So, I don't know. I can't really say because I haven't seen the film myself. So I'm really just going with it by what could have led up to it being at that point, not why the opening weekend did not make it go the way they wanted, and most importantly, now people seeing the movie, there's got to be a reason why people are not going out of their way to see it, because word of mouth would be good. But here goes the thing. We're at this place where anything that does it bat above 90% and better, or 95% and better, it's not good. It's a 0 to 100 type of attitude. It can't just be a B minus of a movie, and that's unfortunate because that's still pretty damn good. A C plus is pretty good. It's still a good movie. Good time at the theaters. A's and B's and all of that is like, damn man, it's exceptional. And it feels like if it's not exceptional, it's not a good movie at all. We're also dealing with this culture too. But needless to say, the movie did not do well at all. It is going to be a flop at this rate. There's no place else it could go. I mean, it could get legs, but it won't hit the number. At this point, Flash will lose money. Even if it goes steady after this, it'll lose money. So much money in reshoots and promotion because they believed out of the ashes of this, they can set themselves up for a bright DC future moving along, and this is not going to be it. I don't care what anyone says about Superman Legacy, and we'll discuss Superman Legacy, but this does not bode well for this film. It just doesn't. What we are going to see now is DC has left a bad taste in people's mouth. Unless it's isolated films launching a DCU universe isn't the way. What they need to do is say, hey, we're focusing on one movie at a time. We have no comment. We're just going to go with the flow. Are you going to do another Wonder Woman? Of course we are. When? We don't know. Will it be part of the DCEU? We don't know. We're working one film at a time and surprise people that way. There's just no other way around it. They've given out a big DC slate, and it's very ambitious. That you'll do all of these and still say there's room for other movies to come out through this. This was not the way. Not the way forward. I just don't know what more you can say that they could do for Flash, because they tried to bring out credible people to come out and say the Flash was great, etc., that it still flopped. And now we're going to have to look at the elephant in the room and say, yo, you're going to have to done this universe off and start anew. But even starting anew is going to deal with the remnants of this. It's going to be a long road forward for DC to get themselves out of this. And I hope they make it. One way or another, whether they go back to the Snyderverse or not. It's unfortunate that these properties, no one could really just be committed to what they started out with. And you're going to have to allow James Gunn to make his movie. I'm going to have to. I'm not excited about it, but as I consume what's going to happen around the film, I'll allow that to build up an appetite to see if I will ever even be excited for what he's got going on. But as of right now, a lot of the flopping of the Flash in terms of how it was handled is really going to be on his hands a little bit, because he came out and thought that he could get out and market it. He should have let the other regime push that out and just say, hey, I don't want to be announced until after you're done with Blue Beetle. I got to start completely over. You can end the movie however you want it to end, ambiguously, so I can see what I could do after the fact, and out of that I'll figure what I'll do. But that's it. Be on some Matt Reeves stuff. I'm doing it this way. I'd rather just start my own universe, and if you ever decide to go back to that, we could do that, tie it up later down the line. I want to focus on what I want to do. I don't want to fix and shepherd this other end of it. And if you want me to, do not. I'm just going to push these movies out. I'm not even going to announce a reboot until after everything is done. That means I would have did all of this already. If it would have got leaked, let people believe what they wanted to. But unfortunately, it would have been hard to anyway, because the quote-unquote fans would have demanded that the studios make a public announcement about whether the leaks were accurate or not, that they were casting new Superman, etc., etc., etc. So who knows? You know, he has a small timeline before they... so he has to start the revamp soon. Maybe he got wind of the pending writer's strike. That's why he wanted to write and he set it all up, because he knew he had a short window. I don't know. But so far, I'm not really impressed with what he's doing as a businessman with this universe. And I'm talking about James Gunn. Peter Safran, he needs to take a chapter out of his book and be as quiet as he is for the time being. But because you want to be vocal, you got to get ahead of everything. And it's going to be hard to. But now you put yourself out there for that. Now you have to go with it. Look, man, at the end of the day, The Flash is a flop. What is the DCEU going to do? And at the end of the day, they're going to have to see this all the way out. I'm hearing that Blue Beetle is supposed to be part of James Gunn's universe. We'll see if that's going to be a fact. But we're just going to have to see what DCEU is going to have to do moving forward. Because as it stands, it is a flop, and until I see it. And I can only go with what the audience score is. And so far, it's a pretty good movie no matter what. But it's not making good press because of everything around it, from the death of the Snyderverse to Ezra Miller's criminal history as of late. Issues with Ben Affleck and James Gunn not being accurate about what Ben Affleck was saying, leaving all of the superhero thing with DC, leaving all of that DC stuff alone, and you're just, all these things are not giving good faith to your films, and you're just gonna have to remove yourself from the personal and be all about business. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I might be just rambling on and on and on, but let me know what you guys think. I would like to know in the comments below. You already know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. See you next time. And as always, top but outro. Chill.